I'm Jude's from Single Mum with a Daughter. Well, it is September. August was. I can't think of too many nice words to say about August, honestly. I had lots of grand plans and it was just one thing after another. But you know what? That's life, right? Um, Sometimes you get thrown curveballs. I just seem to have had a lot of them um, last month. Um, so a lot of my 7 nights of dinners and well, that sort of thing kind of fell by the wayside. I mean, look, to be honest, I had my partner and I's anniversary was in August. It was my first one since he passed away. So it was a very, very difficult week, really. Um, I also had my first 2 grief counselling sessions, which brought up a lot of things, and it's been very tricky. And on top of that, I had a rental inspection. Um, I am not a fan of inspections. I get extremely paranoid that they're going to complain about something and that the roof over my head is going to be threatened and that sort of thing. Um, but you know, it was all fine. Normally is. I've been in this house for 17 years, so I would say if they had an issue with me, they probably would have gotten rid of me. Now, if you can see me looking down at the moment, this is because my little kiddo is is playing. You may not be able to see that from the camera, but a little spelling game that she has on my phone, which is Paw Patrol, which she loves, and I have no problem with her playing that because she's got a very good vocabulary. Um, yeah. So for this month, um, I now that I've gotten away from all of the time-consuming, stressful things, even things like I got Choo-Choo's bedroom finally set up. Essentially, all it was in there was a lot of boxes, her cot, which she only slept in twice because she co-slept with my partner and I since she was little. Um, I mean, she's still little, but you know what I mean. So the cot had essentially turned out to be a storage space. But I saved for a 4-poster bed for her and I put it up all by myself. Thank goodness I can follow instructions. But also it was a bit of a challenge because I am 4 foot nothing and have tiny little T-Rex arms. And yeah, it would have been funny if someone had been watching. That's all I'll say about that. But that is done. I haven't completely finished in there. I still have some little finishing touches, like some butterflies that I bought her that I want to stick up on the walls and the door and everything else. So I will get that done. But my most favourite part of that whole room was I got some star-shaped fairy lights and wrapped them around the top of the 4-poster bed. It looks so good at night time. Kind of tempted to take over that room myself now. She can have the double bed. I don't need it anymore. But yeah, so that's quite a few tasks off my list. Now for September, I have a lot going on. Okay, so I am going to be doing a 30 days of dinner. Now, this is not going to be a thing about perfection or anything like that. Um, some nights I'm probably going to get takeaway. Some nights it's probably going to be out of a can. I have canned stews and soups in the cupboard. Not everything is going to be strictly homemade because, I'm sorry, I'm tired. I have a toddler. I work full time. I have other things that I need to do. So it's just not practical. We've already started some pretty fun things. So we got out on the weekend and started pulling all the weeds out of the vegetable garden. Unfortunately, when my partner was in hospital, um, the vegetable gardens got overrun by weeds and everything died. Everything died. So Choo Choo and I on the weekend cleared out some of the weeds. We've planted some seeds for some new vegetables. Still have a lot more to do actually because I found about 25 different packets of seeds, which I had actually forgotten about until the other day. So that's going to be awesome, and I think it'll be really fun for her as well, sort of seeing how things grow and they start from seeds and everything. So I think that'll be a nice, fun little project for us. Um, I also, I am just stucking on the weight. For someone who has high cholesterol already, takeaway has not been the best. So I am essentially putting myself on pretty much a ban from DoorDash because it's just too easy for me to get rubbish food delivered. As much as I love it, it's not good for me and it's not really going to get me to the goal of having a healthy body and staying around for as long as possible for my daughter. So I'm also going to be going under a bit of a health transformation, so to speak. No gimmicks or anything like that. I can't do a lot of cardio at the moment. I have plantar fasciitis, which can get really painful. Some days I will shuffle around like an old lady. It's really annoying. I have a mini stepper, so I'm kind of going back to the 80s, early 90s. So I bought myself a cheap mini stepper that has some resistance bands on there, and I need to be working on my core as well. My other issue is that I'm heavily reliant on energy drinks. Not all energy drinks, and I don't feel like they actually give me energy. I just like the taste of particular drinks. My obsession is the orange dreamsicle flavored mother and the passion flavored mother. If they didn't exist, I probably wouldn't be drinking them, but this is a habit I have had since I was about 16. So it's a long time. Not that I want to bring up my age again, but yeah, it's been something I've been doing for a long time. So I'm also going to be trying to wean myself off those. Now, last time I did that, of the last 3 times I did that, I had some really bad reactions in terms of migraines and just nasty withdrawal symptoms. So I won't be doing a cold turkey this time. I've got some flavoured soda water to try and replace it with. So rather than, to be completely honest, 2 or 3 of them a day sometimes. I'll be limiting it to one. But what I will be doing is trying to stretch out the amount of time between when I have them. So rather than have one first thing in the morning, which would be my normal habit, which I think is part of the problem, is it is habit. It's a morning thing for me. Um, I'll stretch it out until maybe lunchtime the next day, and then afternoon until the gap gets that wide that I'm going days without having them. The exception will be Wednesdays because that is my little treat after I drop Choo Choo off at her grandma's house. I will go and stop at the servo and get myself a dirty servo pie. I love the pepper steak ones. It's probably so bad for you, but they're delicious. So that's normally my thing is I will go and get a pepper steak pie, packet of chili kettle chips, and 2 cans of energy drink. So that's my Wednesday treat. So I will be putting the kibosh on any DoorDash deliveries of energy drinks, which I'm going to struggle with, to be quite frank with you. I won't. It's the amount that I've spent on energy drinks the last few weeks has been just disgusting, and I don't want to go back there. So, let's see how we go. But another thing to know about me is I love a cute little title that you can attach to something, especially a title with a little bit of alliteration going on in there. My title for September will be Save a Lot September. Yep, that's what we're doing. Save a Lot September. I don't have a goal as to how much I want to save because that will be setting me up for too much stress, and goodness knows stress is not what I need at this point. I still have a lot of things I need to get finalized. But it will be really just focusing around getting rid of the DoorDash deliveries, cooking more at home, being okay with having easy meals. So things like I might grab the tinned soup, I may turn it into something else. We may have toasties, we may have some noodles one night, but we also won't be eating complete crap. And we will be having a pretty good balance of meals. So it's not just going to be frozen food or anything like that. So we will be having meat and veg meals and that sort of thing. But, this is about real life, right? And in real life, we have tins of soup and tinned casseroles. And there's no harm in it. There's no shame in it. That's what we do today. And it's totally fine. And sometimes we might want very basic meals, and that is also totally fine. Some nights we might want porridge for dinner. And you know what? That's totally fine. Who said that you cannot have something that you eat for breakfast for dinner? Who made those rules? I'm not a fan of rules either. I do follow them because I prefer not to get arrested. But when it comes to how you run a household and that sort of thing, throw it away. Throw it away. That's probably all I've got for you at the moment. Keep an eye out for the Save a Lot September videos and posts. I think it will be a nice, fun time, honestly, doing this. And I'm hoping to also do another cheap day out. So something a little bit like that very, very cost-effective mini steam train ride that we went on. I would like to try and find something else that we can go ahead and do. Currently, it seems that gardening in the backyard is cutting it, but I'm not sure that counts because we're not leaving the house. So, yeah, don't know exactly what we'll do yet, but we'll keep an eye out for something fun, and I will keep you all in the loop. So if this sounds like your type of thing, your type of conversation, please come back for the next one. And ba 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 ba. And we will both see you then.